Hey, it's Chris from How Guitar Studio. Today we've got this Schecter Custom Strat type guitar. These Schecter Customs are really nice, really high quality guitars, love them. You can get the string height nice and low on them. This one's probably about 20, maybe 30 years old, and it's in really, really good condition. We're going to change the strings for a set of Hybrid Slinky, maybe put a little bit more tension on the trem by putting an extra spring in, get the thing set up with really blisteringly fast action, and it'll be ready to go. If you like the guitar, please consider clicking the like button. Let's get cracking. Right, so Schecter Custom. What we're going to do is give this a good setup. So first thing I'm going to do is take the trem cavity cover off, because when I take the strings off, the tremolo is going to fall back, and I want to protect the finish. So I'm just going to back this claw out a little. I can feel the strings loosen under tension under my fingers. There you go, that'll do for now. Which will have pulled the trem forward. Well, they're pretty slack now, so what I'm going to do now is take this off completely. You stay there, Mr. Claw. And it's off, which means my little bit of leather will have fallen out again. I'll just hold you steady so it doesn't flap about. Now it's not going to come off because this particular trem has got the 6 screws at the front holding it down. If it was like a Floyd Rose, then it's only hinged on 2 pegs and they just fall off, so that's something just to be a bit careful of. But now there's no tension on that trem whatsoever. I can just afford to undo these locking thumb wheels underneath and just start pulling these strings out. We're not keeping these, they're coming off. That's it, they're all off. That's nice and loose, not pulling back on the body and causing any damage underneath itself. And then rather than pull these strings through with their nice sharp ends, I'm just going to cut them about halfway down. There we go. They can go in the bin, and then I can just push these through straight out the back, like the Dario. Done. Right. Now that's off, we're going to give the whole thing a bit of a clean. So we'll take a cloth and some spray, and here we go. Right. Nice and clean and shiny. So next thing to do is just to get these strings on. So these are 11, 9 to 46, so a hybrid gauge. I'm going to put the 46 on first. So straight through the back. And again, I know trim springs on yet. I'll put them on in a minute when I've got a few strings on. So lock-in tuners, like lock-in tuners, stringing them up, it's just a case of finding the hole, pushing it through. Yeah, I find it easier if you line the hole up straight because then it just pulls through nice and easy. Pull it so it's just tight. It's about there. And then tighten the thumb wheel down. Just kind of pinch it. Cutters, there we go. Little kink in the string. Cut the excess off. He says, there we go. Get rid of that. And then at the moment I just want to pull it so that it's got the tension of the bridge. That's it. It's just, if I push down I can just get it to touch the body of the guitar, but otherwise it's off. Right, let's turn those the right way up, otherwise I'm going to end up putting the wrong string in the wrong saddle. Okay, so next, 5th string through the back, up through the saddle. Line up the hole. There we go. Straight through the tuner. That's where I want it. Put it tight, pinch it. There you go. Cut. That's it. I just carry on. Right. So now I'm going to see if I've got any springs that are the right length. I've got a few. That looks a similar colour, which would be nice. Exactly the same. It's on, and then we're going to tighten the string. So that's pulled that forward nicely. Good, yeah, that's great. Right, so we've got one spring on and strings coming up to tension. Okay, that's 3 on. Let's tighten up. Plug it in first. F. Okay, what's that trem like now? That's really level, really level. I think we might just hit the sweet spot straight away. Okay. Next thing to do is get it set up. So we're up to tune. I'm just going to give the strings a bit of a stretch because there'll be a bit of stretch in the actual string itself. But because they're locking tuners, there isn't any slack in the windings because there isn't really any windings. But look, that's gone down by a whole half a tone already. That's now F. They're pretty close already, see, not much has gone. A bit careful with the B and the E string because it is a set of 9s on the top, 10s on the bottom, yeah, sort of 46 on the bottom, so that's pretty much up to tune. So we're going to check the neck relief now. So capo on, 10 thousandths of an inch feeler gauge, and under the kind of 8th fret. And the Schecter Customs have got really good fretboards, so I generally can afford to leave this a little bit tighter than I otherwise might, and that is pretty much where I want it, just touching the string. Now the string height was very low and I was getting buzz when I first assessed this on the 6th string, and the 1st string was a bit on the high side, unnecessarily high for such a lovely guitar. So let's have another look now where we are. So at the 12th fret, that's about 1.25, which is on the low side and then slightly over. So I'm going to, it was buzzing, so I'm going to, if that's the right Allen key, I don't think it is, it feels a bit big. So Schecter Custom, so let's go Imperial. Perfect, look. So I'm going to raise this just a touch, not much at all, but just enough to take any of the buzz out of the string, and I will confirm that on the desk. Make sure there's no buzz in it. I might even be able to go a bit lower, but again, until I play it, I won't know. Right, back up to tune. So that's an F. Obviously it's sharpened because I raised the saddle a touch. Let's back up to E. Good. Right, I'm just going to grab a plectrum and borrow this guitar for a second. Take my phone out of my pocket. Right. Just a little bit buzzy. Oh, that's better. Sometimes it's a quarter turn's enough. And then I'm checking to make sure that the bench string isn't buzzing at all, and it's not. I reckon I might be able to even go a bit lower on that. You know where I'm going to do it. Right, pick up height. If I do change the height of the strings, I'll need to have another look at this, but they were all a bit all over the place. So I'm going to set them all consistently now. Okay, so certainly the bridge is low. It's good, I'm happy with that. And the intonation was good, so I know that I don't need to check that here, I'll check it again over at the desk. So, put the Allen key away. So we've got it all cleaned up. I'm going to give it a final polish before it goes away in the case. I'm just going to go and check and make sure that it's at the optimum height that it needs to be. Put this trim cover back on and ready to go to the jam night tomorrow. Thanks for watching.